Hey there folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Stationfall. I'm the Mysterious JG. I spent the last video reading through the contents of the manual and talking a little bit about Planetfall, so in this one we're pretty much ready to just jump right into the game as it would be if it loaded up on your screen. The only exception, I don't understand what's going on with the moves count, and only after going back and looking at Planetfall did I realize the moves count there was kind of messed up too. It may be something to do with the DOS box, or maybe the move count was always weird and I'm not understanding why, but it is what it is. Also, I just clicked and dragged a custom frame around this thing, so I'm sorry if the borders look a bit funky, and I'm sorry if when this thing is stretched out to fit like current widescreen TVs and stuff, like I'm formatting it so that it fits good on the monitor I use. It'll probably stretch the text. It might end up the text is like fat and short or something. I hope Zerfall's okay. I know he's a pixel purist. But overall, with all display questions, I'm hoping it's going to be okay because it's just text. Anyway, without further ado, let's actually start the game. We're on deck 12. It's been 5 years since your Planetfall in Resida, possibly Resida, possibly Resida. Your heroics in saving that doomed world resulted in a big promotion, but your life on dull scrub work has been replaced by a life of dull paperwork. Today you find yourself amidst the administrative maze of Deck 12 on a typically exciting task, an emergency mission to Space Station Gamma Delta Gamma 777G59/59 Sector Alpha Mu 79 to pick up a supply of request for Stellar Patrol Issue Regulation Black Form Binder request forms. So I think you're picking up the forms that you use to request black binder forms. I don't know. Stationfall, Infocom Interactive Fiction, a science fiction story. Copyright 1987 by Infocom Incorporated, all rights reserved. Stationfall is a trademark of Infocom, Inc. Release 107, serial number 870430. Maybe I was a little older than in that last episode when I had that anecdote about picking up Leather Goddesses of Phobos. Maybe I was a little older than I realized and just didn't quite track that that's what the game was about when I asked my mom for a copy. Deck 12, you are in the heart of the administrative level of the ship, the largest level of the SPS Duffy, or any other Stellar Patrol ship for that matter. The corridor continues starboard and a room lies aft. Beyond the door to port lies the bulk of the Duffy. Next to the door is a slot. Inventory. You are carrying a Class 3 spacecraft activation form, a robot use authorization form, and an assignment completion form. You are wearing a patrol uniform and a chronometer. It seems that the patrol uniform contains an ID card. Let's get ID card. Taken. Slide ID card through slot. Oops, slot. Oh, come on. You said I could say oops and then slide ID card. So I'm already off to an angry start with this. Okay, that is not a sentence directly. Slide ID card in slot. Put I. Didn't we slide cards through slots all game long last time? Look at slot. Totally ordinary looking slot. Put card in slot. The slot swallows the ID card and then spits it back. West. Doors closed. Ensign 12th Class Blazer walks by, lugging his toilet scrubbing supplies. He spots, he whimpers, and slouches away. Footnote 2. Footnote 2. For those unfamiliar with Planetfall, Blather was your officious, tyrannical superior aboard the SPS Feinstein. He was demoted because of his craven behavior during the destruction of the Feinstein. Footnote 8. Footnote 8. The author wishes to refute any claims that the use of footnotes is a ripoff from the interactive fiction version of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is not true. Well, maybe it's a little bit true, in which case the author wishes to point out that his right to rip off his own ideas. So there. Footnote 1. These must be the special zero-G dice which project their own gravitational field into the near surface. Zero-G dice are, of course, notoriously easy to load. Open door. So we will find footnotes. Recording says you must insert a validated assignment completion form in the slot. Aha! So it's not the ID card, it is the validated form that we need to get back on the ship, and that's why we cannot, in fact, go east of, or west of here. That would take us back to the ship, and we can't go there. East. Cargo bay entrance. The Deck 12 corridor ends here at the entrance of the cargo bay to starboard. A smaller entrance leads 4. I guess 4 is east. Cargo bay. This huge airlock is essentially a giant loading dock where truckloads of forms arrive from various printing planets throughout the sector and are immediately distributed throughout the administrative deck. The only exit on foot is back in the way you came. A space truck, its hatch closed, waits in the cargo bay. Enter, open hatch. The space truck hatch swings open. Enter truck. This is a 12-meter rig, the largest Class 3 spacecraft made, with seats for a pilot and co-pilot. Below the viewport is a space band radio, a red button for activating the emergency beacon, plus a slot and keypad for controlling the autopilot. The hatch is open and the rear of the truck is empty of cargo. You see a survival kit here. Get kit. Taken. Close hatch. Okay, the space truck hatch is now closed. A slot and a keypad. Put card in slot. Slot swallows the ID card and then spits it back. Start truck. That's what the slot and keypad are for. Inventory. What is our actual mission? We're supposed to... I'm wondering now if we're supposed to figure out the correct stuff to put in to enter on the keypad. Instructions to the issuee. This form is presented the robot pool indicated above. What about the truck? Yeah, I'm already a bit stuck. Astronavigator's data, 43004349. Look at spacecraft activation form. The form can be found in your Stationfall package. I am already stuck. Okay, so we're in the truck. Viewport is a spaceband radio. A red button for activating the emergency beacon, plus a slot and keypad for controlling the autopilot. Turn on radio. Okay, the SB radio is now on. Use keypad. You'll have to be more specific about how you want to use the keypad. I really don't know what we're supposed to type in. Issuee's patrol ID number. I guess we could type 1451352. Type 1451352 716. I don't know the words 1451. Type start. Yeah, I think we're supposed to use this as, it's almost like copy protection. We're supposed to use this to figure out what we're going to enter in first. Maybe the manual says something. Oh, this is the spoilers. Or this is the... Perhaps there's a forklift beyond the door. Maybe we're not supposed to be in the truck yet. I don't want to like go straight to that the hint book, but I am thinking that something in the manual is supposed to tell you how to like get rolling here. Okay, well this is going to be a hell of a video if I can't even start the truck. Open hatch. A country and western station drifts into tune for a moment, then fades again. Exit truck. Look. Huge airlock is essentially a giant loading dock. Truckloads of forms. The only exit on foot is back the way you came. A space truck, hatch open, waits in the cargo bay. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get in the truck. Search truck. Enter truck. Close hatch. Put card in slot. Use keypad. Type on keypad. Randomly you hit 4. You hear a recorded voice. Keyboard is active only following authorization. The radio crackles to life. Breaker, anyone seen any Smokies in the Nebulon sector? Over. So I have to authorize the form. And that's why it's spitting out my... Well, I don't have a robot yet. I feel like I'm supposed to get a robot before I get the truck. So maybe I was rushing along and not paying attention and missed something in a previous room description. West. Look. Smaller deck. There's nothing. Oh, there is something to the north. Robot pool. This is where a lieutenant first class would come to obtain a robot for use on an important assignment. Also, for a trivial assignment like yours, the only part of the complex robot authorization equipment that is visible to you is a slot for inserting your form and a keypad for typing your selection. You can exit aft. Oh, okay. Smaller entrance 4. 4 is, in this case, 4 is north, aft is south. And then port and starboard are either west and east or east and west. I can't really remember. In the first bin is a bulky robot, obviously intended for heavy lifting. A brass plate on one of his pneumatic arm lifts says Rex. Bin number 2 holds a spindly little robot, a specialized model designed for bursting and decollating multi-part forms. A tiny nameplate on her perforated extension reads Helen. You can't see the robot in the third bin very well because he's crouched in the corner. He's a short robot and he seems to be playing marbles. Look at third bin. Totally ordinary looking bin. The third robot looks up from his marbles, jumps to his feet, and starts waving wildly. It's Floyd, your robotic companion from Reunited. Footnote 3. You've seen him only occasionally since he opted for assignment in the Stellar Patrol those 5 long years ago. Footnote 3. The story of your acquaintance Floyd and the episode on Reunited are recounted in Planetfall. Put card in slot. The slot swallows the ID card and then spits it back. Floyd jumps up and down saying, "Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, pick Floyd." Sorry. "Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, pick Floyd, pick Floyd, pick Floyd." Save. Floyd's eyes light up. "Oh boy, we're going to try something dangerous now?" Slot 1. Type 1. A taped voice whispers in your ear. Keyboard is active only following authorization. Floyd jumps up and down saying, "Oh boy, oh boy, pick Floyd, pick Floyd, pick Floyd." So look, oh, you insert your form in the slots. So insert robot form in slot. The form is swallowed up, followed by a long pause for a triple redundancy processing. A taped voice whispers in your ear, "Authorization approved. Type the bin number of the desired robot." Floyd jumps up and down saying, "Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, Floyd, Floyd, Floyd." We'll save on slot 1 again. Type 1. Floyd is slot 3, I think. Rex rolls up to you, ready to follow. Floyd's lower jaw begins quivering as though he were about to cry. South. Rex trundles after you. Unfortunately, Rex is not too bright on his best days, and today is not one of them. He forgets to stop when you do. 16 tons of Rex turn you into a human pancake. You have died. You have to pick Floyd. I couldn't remember what happens to make that happen, but yes, you have to pick Floyd. It is day 1 of your adventure. Your current galactic standard time adjusted to your local day cycle is 4949. Your score is 0 out of 80 points, giving you the rank of insignificant nobody. According to the Treaty of Gishen IV, amended after the Battle of Sorkin III in 11-347 GY, you have the opportunity to restart the story, restore a save position, or end this session of the game. In the interest of interstellar peace, type restart, restore, or quit. Restore. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose the other robot that is wrong, and then I'm going to restart and go there and not waste turns fucking around in the truck before we get Floyd, because I don't think we can go anywhere without Floyd. Type 2. Helen rolls up to you, ready to follow. Helen's lower jaw begins quivering as though he were about to cry. Actually, look at Helen. There's nothing special about Helen. Helen, hello. Helen, mutual, I'm sure. Rex, hello. Yo, south. Cargo bay entrance. Helen obediently follows you. East. Cargo bay. Helen obediently follows you. Enter truck. Space truck. Helen obediently follows you. The radio crackles alive. Breaker. I'm looking for a traffic report on space lane 317455. Over. Put truck form in slot. Way too many nouns in that sentence. I got a survival kit, an ID card, spacecraft activation form. In a spasm of vocational enthusiasm, Helen tries to burst and decollate your Class 3 spacecraft activation form, leaving nothing but some useless confetti. So you cannot activate the truck with Helen in your party. So let's restore and see what happens if I don't waste a turn. Oh. Type 2. 3, east, enter truck, insert transportation form into slot. You can't see any transportation form here. Spacecraft form, and that caused me to lose again. Or that gave her a chance to destroy. I'm looking to see if I can... I'm pretty sure you can, but like, is there a way to put that form in before she has a chance to destroy it? Put spacecraft form in slot. The form is spit back out. You hear a recorded voice. Safety precautions forbid the activation of the vehicle unless both the pilot and co-pilot seats are occupied. Well, okay, that would be why we're not allowed to leave without Floyd. Helen, sit. Your command was not complete. Next time, type what you want Helen to sit on. Helen, sit on co-pilot seat. You strayed too far from simple form sorting to interest Helen. You've strayed too far from simple form sorting to interest Helen. The radio crackles alive. Breaker, if you're on space lane 630461, keep it down at 2,600 kilometers per millicron. There's a stake out there. Over. Restart. So, Rex kills you. Helen makes it so you can't leave the base. Either way, we got no points. So we start over. We can't go north. We can't go south. Oh, we can't go south. Form storage room. This is the largest space in the ship. 3 decks tall with the floor area of 7 Regelian buzzball fields. The only exit is 4. The room is filled to the ceiling with row upon row of pallets filled with boxes. Each box has some writing stamped on the side. Read box. There are numerous boxes. Some of the nearer ones read form pallet dispersal form, loss of form pallet labeled report form, loss of form pallet label report form, release form. East, west. Blather walks by. North, east, south. Restart. Yes. I'm just exploring rooms that you don't need to use. So the robot pool. Put robot form in slot. Press 3. Yippee! Yells Floyd, bounding joyfully over and giving you a big hug. Pet Floyd. Floyd gives a contented sigh. Search Floyd. Floyd giggles, pushes away. You're tickling Floyd, he clutters at his side panels, laughing hysterically. Oil drops stream from his eyes. Glad that comes by again. South, Floyd follows. East. Floyd follows. Open truck. Enter truck. Get kit. Floyd plays a quick game of paddleball, almost breaking his record of 4 hits. Close. Hatch. Floyd reminisces about the excitement of your adventure on Resida. Floyd. Sit in co-pilot's seat. Floyd looks suspicious. You first. Sit in pilot seat. You are now in the pilot seat. Floyd clambers into the co-pilot seat, his feet dangling a few centimeters short of the floor. Floyd, let Floyd launch the space truck, please. Floyd has not crashed his truck in over 2 weeks. Give Floyd spaceship form. I don't know the word spaceship. Inventory. Spacecraft. Give Floyd spacecraft form. There were too many nouns in that sentence. Give Floyd form. Which form do you mean? The Class 3 spacecraft activation form or the assignment completion form? Spacecraft. Neat, exclaims Floyd. He thanks you profusely. Take form from Floyd. Floyd, put form in slot. Floyd whines, enough talking, let's play hide or seeker. So he wants to launch the ship, but there's no way to actually let him do it. Get form from Floyd. You can't reach the Class 3 spacecraft activation form from the pilot seat. Floyd, give me form. Okay, Floyd says, handing you the Class 3 spacecraft activation form 5HB56V, but only because you're Floyd's best friend. Put form in slot. It's going to ask me which. I'm going to say spacecraft. The new form is swallowed up, followed by a long pause for triple redundancy process. The new recording says spacecraft activated. Type in the course heading. Type course heading. I don't know the word course. Now we're back to where we were before, where I don't actually know exactly what we have to type in here. Type on keypad. Randomly, you hit 3. A taped voice message from your course set launch in approximately 30 millicrons. Watch this be game over. The truck roars out of the cargo bay, slowly picking up speed. You settle back for the long trip. You hear a recorded voice. Fuel level at 3/4. Floyd strains to see over the top of the dashboard. Boy, seat's low. Floyd sure could use a phone book. There's a moment of stillness as the rear engine cuts out. The moment ends as the braking rockets in front roar to life. Recording says fuel leveled at 1/4. The forward braking rockets sputter off as the spacecraft comes to a dead stop in space. There's no space station or any other sign of human civilization in sight. You hear a recorded voice. Arrival at terminus of inputted course. Fuel level now effectively at 0. Oxygen supply for one person approximately 2 crons. The growl from your stomach warns you're getting pretty hungry and thirsty. Open kit. Orange goo, gray goo, and a thermos bottle. Eat orange goo. And that tastes just like yummy apricot yogurt. And we are going to run out of oxygen. But basically, typing a random... Floyd looks disappointed but understanding as we restore. That part of the story was more fun, he sighs. Typing a random number rather than finding the correct number is going to lead us to deep space. Presumably, we would have run out of air. Proceed to Gamma Space Station Gamma Delta Gamma 77G 5959. So I guess 937 is the location because it's the last place in this. Yeah, time then course. So I guess we type 973 because that must be the code for. Well, let's try typing 632 and see if it says that we're already there. A taped voice whispers in your ears. Course set launched in approximately 30 millicrons. Nope, that doesn't work. Restore. 1. Maybe our first video is just getting off this damn station. 973. He sure could use a phone book. Before breaking rockets butter off, there's no space station or any other sign of human civilization in sight. Well, I mean, what? 77G. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to time course, so I have to figure out what time it is. Look, what is our watch called? Chronometer or something? Look at chronometer. This is another piece of, this is probably the only piece of actual copy protection in the game. Then you need this form to do it. They did a lot of this back in the day. It is a standard wrist chronometer with a digital display. Current galactic standard time adjusted to your local day cycle is 4803. The back is engraved with the message, "Good luck on the patrol, love Mom and Dad." So at 4803, which is between 4800 and 4849, our code should be 427. I'm going to make sure this works, and then I think I'll call it a video. Core set, launch in approximately 30 millicrons. Boy, seat's low. Floyd could use a phone book. Fuel level 1/4. A tiny star directly ahead grows brighter and resolves itself into a distant space station. The station grows rapidly larger as you hurtle towards it. You are approaching the station from slightly above it on the galactic plane, and thus offering a good view of the station's layout. In the center is the large spherical command module. Jutting north from it is a smaller submodule. Joining the command module at its two other connection points is a tangle of tubes and space bubbles and derelict rockets. These form a village, the sort of seedy, unauthorized village that frequently collects around a space station. With the final burst, the braking rockets bring you to a halt a few thousand meters from the station. Save. We'll come up with a new slot. And before we call it a video, let's quick check the hint book. Because like, JJ, you're already using the hint book, what the hell? I'm like, I just want to check and see. First of all, on the maps, does it look like there's anything really important we needed to do before leaving the beginning of the game? We have the form storage room, deck 12, cargo bay entrance, robot room with Rex, Helen, and Floyd, the cargo bay, and the space truck, which has a survivor kit. So it really doesn't look like we missed anything there. We probably could have had some... I'm just checking this out. Doesn't look like we missed anything yet. And as far as like fun things to do, it's possible we could have yelled at Blather, but he kind of whimpered and disappeared as soon as we saw him. So don't look too hard at the hints. I'm just going to look at the first few. Have you tried reading the palette, boxes of pallets, opened a box? I did not try opening a box. To destroy the forms in the form storage room, picking Rex or Helen, and then trying to complete the game, saying hello to Rex and Helen, falling asleep while still on the Duffy. Okay, so these are things that we could play with before we move on to the next video. I did read the pallets of boxes, but we didn't try to open a box. We didn't destroy the forms. And we did say hello to Rex and Helen. We did not fall asleep while still on the Duffy. So let's do those things real quick just for fun. I just saved. We can restore slot 1. Hello, Rex. You can't see Rex here. Oh, we're actually not in the truck anymore. Open hatch. Let's actually restart. We still don't have any points. We're going to have to go through that stupid scene in the robot pool again? Sorry, Net Buddy. So if we go to the form storage room, destroy form. Which form do you mean? The Class 3 spacecraft activation form? Robot use form? Assignment completion form? Assignment. That might get you into serious trouble as a violation of the Comprehensive Forms Destruction and Mutilation Act of 11309GY. Look at boxes. There are numerous boxes. Some of the newer ones read form, pallet dispersal form, loss of form, pallet label, report form, blah, 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 open box. Forms and 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 forms. Blah blah blah. Horrified, you reseal the box. Ensign 12th class Blather walks by, lugging his toilet scrubbing supplies, spots you, whimpers, and slouches away. Look at Blather. I don't know the word Blather. Okay, so you can't actually interact with Blather. It's just like a quick joke. So we try to destroy the forms in the form storage room. Oh, wouldn't actually, no, not in the form storage room. Destroy forms. Okay, so reading the pallets of boxes, open a box. Destroy the form storage room in the form storage room or in the shipping room. So where are we now? We are in the form storage room. North, drop all. South, destroy forms. The forms are sealed inside the boxes. Open box. Okay, so you can't keep them sealed. Where else am I supposed to destroy them? Or the shipping room. Where is the did we get to the shipping room? I thought we got everywhere. I don't see a shipping room, so maybe... Okay, I'm not getting this one. So all that's left to try for funsies is to fall asleep. I don't know what the word fall asleep. You're not tired. Just letting enough time pass that we could get tired. Open hatch. Enter truck. Get kit. Open kit. Eat orange blob. Or goo. Sit in pilot seat. Sleep. Will I eventually get tired? This is asking what will happen if you fall asleep while you're still on that ship. Doesn't really seem like something that's going to happen. Okay, even if you're weird, it might be time to think about finding a nice place, safe place to sleep. Sleep. Members of civilized society usually sleep in beds. There's no bed on the ship. Eat goo so that we don't die. If you don't get some sleep soon, you'll probably drop. I'm sitting. Okay, you can't stay awake any longer. You drop into a deep, fitful sleep. A clanging noise wakes you up, and you slowly become aware that you are in the Duffy's brig, and furthermore, you are wearing the uniform of the Ensign 9th class. You trace the clanging noise to a pipe in your cell. Placing your ear against the pipe, you hear, "Psst, grapevine news. Some dumb, cripping lieutenant first class fell asleep on deck 12 in the middle of some big assignment. The poor trot head's been broken to Ensign 9th, and there's talk of a court-martial." Sure enough, the next morning you are led in front of a firing squad. Moral: don't screw up vital assignments like picking up request for stellar patrol, issue regulation, black forms, binders, request forms. You have died. There we go. So I believe we have literally done everything we can do on the ship before getting to this point where we are now, where we and Floyd are on the space truck docked with the space station. And now that we've actually docked with the station, we have achieved Stationfall. Next time, we will begin exploring the space station, which, as we already know from the back of the box, seems to be abandoned. But we won't actually find that out for ourselves until next time. And I hope you'll join me for that on the Serious GG. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.